merchandise. Cash for the button hooks. Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods. Cash for the soft goods. Cash for the fancy goods. Cash for the noggins and the pickings and the firkins.
Cash for the hogshead, cask and demijohn. Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the pot pickers.
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, you can bicker, 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 you can talk, you can talk, you can talk, bicker, 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 you can talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
When it's Model T Ford made the trouble, made the people want to go, want to get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Who's going to patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you get?
Never Model T at all. Take a gator at the store, at the modern store, at the present-day store, at the present-day modern, departmentalized grocery store.
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? Where do you get it?
You can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, bicker, 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 you can talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
So you need a biscuit, baby trouble. You need it with the crackers in the package. The airtight sanitary package. Made your Cracker Barrel obsolete.
Obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window. Changed the approach of the traveling salesman, made it pretty hard.
No, it didn't, but you gotta know the territory.
Gone!
Gone with the hogshead, cask and demijohn. Gone with the sugar barrel, pickle barrel, milkman. Gone with the tub and the pail and the tears.
Ever met a fellow by the name of Hill?
Hill. No!
Just a minute.
Never heard of any salesman, Hill? Well, he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the fellow's line?
Never worries about his life.
Never worries about his line.
For the Cracker Barrel being obsolete, for the you need a biscuit and the airtight sanitary package of the Model T Ford.
Just a minute.
Never worries about his life.
Worries about his line.
For a doggone thing, he's dressed up and he's bell ringing, big hog, red coat, neck to nothing, red forward every time a bullseye sells. Like Professor Harold Hill. Tell us what's the line. What's the line?
He's a vacant. He doesn't know the territory.
Look, what do you talk? He's a music man.
What?
He's a music man, and he sells clarinets to the kids in the dark with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums. The big brass face. The piccolo. Uniform shoe with the shiny gold brads on the coat and a big red stripe running.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps, and here and there a Jew's heart.
No, the fellow sells bands, boys, man. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he dies, and he tallies, and he plucks, and he shines. And when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The pipe pays him. Yes, sir. And when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory.
River City, we just crossed the state line into Iowa. River City, population 2,212, cigarettes illegal in this state. Boy!
All right, you fellas are through. I'll tell you about Harold Hill.
You really know Harold Hill?
Never seen him in my life, but I can tell you this much: he's given every one of us a black eye. After he's worked the town over, the next salesman to arrive, automatically tarred and feathered, rode out to the city limits on rails. You think that's funny? Well, wait till it happens to you. Your hair never grows back.
But why's he got to be rode out of town on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments, instruction manuals, and uniforms, he's got a guarantee to teach those kids how to play. And form them into a band with him as the leader.
What's wrong with that?
He don't know one note from another. That's what's wrong with that. He can't tell a bass drum from a pipe organ. I'll catch up with that swiveling two-bit fiddle rigger, and when I do, I'll squeal on him so loud.
Charlie, you're mad. Sure we'd like to be around when you catch up with that fellow.
But it won't be on this trip. No, sir. Not in Iowa. Not even the great Professor Harold Hill to try to sell them neck-bowed Hawkeyes out here.
Boy! Gentlemen, you intrigue me. Last I knew, you were a pretty big slicker when you were in business with me.
Too many close shaves the way you work. Besides, I've got myself a nice, comfortable girl. Ethel Toffenmeyer, boss's niece.
Go on, legitimate, huh? I knew you'd come to no good.
So, what's the pitch? Nah, you're not in the band business. Last I heard you was in a steam automobiles.
I was.
So what happened?
Somebody actually invented one.
No.
Now, give it a lowdown, boss.
I don't think you're going to get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn Iowans, Greg. Besides, we've got a stuck-up music teacher who will expose you before you can get your grip on that.
Male or female?
Oh, the music teacher? She's the librarian, female.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. If she happens to pass by, point her out to me.
So how are you going to start the pitch?
All the same old way. Keep that music teacher off balance and get your town out of the serious trouble that it's in.
River City ain't any trouble.
Then I'll have to create some. I have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. You remember. What's new around here? What can I use?
Nothing. Oh, except the billiard parlor just got a brand new pool table.
The town's never had a pool table before?
Nah, just billiards.
That'll do. Remember, music teacher.
Oh, music teacher.
Mr. Dunham?
Yep.
Either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player. Certainly my proud saying, I'm always my proud saying. I consider the hours I spend with a cue in my hand a gold. Let me cultivate horse sense, and a cool head, and a keen eye. Did you ever take a try to give an iPad leaf to yourself from a 3-rail billiard shop? Just as I say, it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score an up-block-line game. If I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket, and I call that sloth. The first big step on the road to the depths of degradation. I say first, medicinal wine from the teaspoon, and then beer from the bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit, and listening to some big out-of-town Jasper here to tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they sit down right on the horse. I'd like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch, make your blood boil. Well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in the table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum, with a capital B that rhymes with P that stands for pool. And all week long, in River City, you could be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering away their noontime, suppertime, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind the dandelions pulled or the screen door patch from the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water to your car with Mr. Empty on a Saturday night, and that's trouble. You got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the Knickerbocker, shirt-tailed young ones, peeking in a pool hall window after school. You got trouble, folks. Right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, rhymes with P, stands for pool. Now I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're moving around that hall? They'll be trying out Bebo, trying out Cubase, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette beads, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breath with Sense. One fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for a dance in the armory, libertine men and scarlet women, and ragtime, shameless music that'll wrap your son and your daughter in the arms of the jungle, animal instinct, mass stereos. Friends, the outer brain is the devil's playground. Trouble! Oh, yes, trouble! Right here in River City. Right here in River City. With a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. That stands for pool. We surely got trouble. We surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Right here. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school. Our children's gonna have trouble. Mothers of River City, heed this warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knees? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in a corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes out of Captain Billy's whiz bag? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like like swell. And so's your old man. Well, if so, my friends, guess what? You got trouble. Right here in River City. With a capital T that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. We surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule. Oh, we got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with 15 numbers, balls is a devil's tool. We got trouble, trouble, trouble. Trouble with T. That rhyme with P. That stands for pool. Did you drop your...
No.
Didn't I meet you?
No.
I'll only be in town a short while.
Good.
That's your daughter.
Yes, Mama. Keep going, Amaryllis. I'll be there in a minute. Very good. Hello, Mama.
I don't remember the library being open last 4th of July.
It was, Mama, all evening. Mama, a man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Oh? Who?
I've never seen him before.
Well, did he say anything?
He tried.
Well, did you say anything?
Mama, of course not. All right, Amaryllis, now your exercises. Now don't dawdle. So, do, la, re, ti, a little slower. Please keep your fingers curved as nice and tight as they possibly can. Don't go any faster, dear.
If you don't mind my saying so, it wouldn't have hurt you to find out what the gentleman wanted.
Oh, I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Well, excuse me for living, but I've never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with the same old comment about the low mentality of River City people and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't help my concern if the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman's got a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can't quote Balzac and Shakespeare and all those other highfalutin greats.
Now, Mama, if you don't mind my saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
I haven't changed the subject. I was talking about a stranger. A stranger in a suitcase who may be your very last chance.
Do you think that I'd allow a common measure now? Really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards, and if you don't mind my saying so, there's not a man alive who can hope to measure up to the blend of Paul Bunyan, St. Patrick, Noah, Webster, you concocted for yourself, and your Irish imagination, no, I must come and send your library full of books.
Well, if that isn't the best I ever heard.
Thank you. Can I have a drink, please?
May I have a...
May I have a drink, please?
Yes, dear.
Winthrop, it's after dark. Is that a way to walk into the house?
Hello.
That won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from my boy. The lady over there is his sister, or none?
Hello, Winthrop.
Winthrop, where's your manners?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Will you please come? I would especially like it very much if you come. Winthrop?
Winthrop, Amaryllis asked you to her party. Are you going, aren't you?
No.
No what?
No, thank you.
You know the little girl's name.
He won't say Amaryllis because of the S, because of his lisp. He's ashamed.
Yes, we all know about his list, Amaryllis. Well, Winthrop?
I bet he won't say it. No, thank you, Amaryllis. Amaryllis, Amarillo. He's trying. Why does he get so mad at people just because he lisps?
It's not just because he lisps, Amaryllis. That's just part of it.
What's the other part?
Well, never mind. It's just that he doesn't talk very much.
Not even to you and your mother?
Not even to us. We all have to be a little bit patient.
I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me, but I do him. Every night I say goodnight to him on the evening star. You have to do it the very second you see it too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight. Oh.
If not Winthrop, there will be somebody else.
Never. I'll have to put all night like you. I'm sorry, Miss Miriam. Can I play my costume piece?
May I play?
May I play my costume piece?
Yes.
You see, with Gladys Sweetheart, you are known to say goodnight to on the evening star.
That's true. For now, I just say good night, my someone. You could put in the right someone when the right someone comes along.
All right, it's better than nothing.
Yes, it is. Now you can play your costume piece.
Now I may play my costume piece.
Shin for leading the singing. And to J.C. Squires for his fine stereotypic slides. And to Miss Ethel Hoffmeyer, our piano player. My fellow river citizens, as mayor of River City, I want to welcome you to these 4th of July exercises set up on the inside here in Madison Gymnasium on account of the weather. Fourscore and the members of the school board will now present a patriotic tableau. Oh, the members of the school board will not present a patriotic tableau. Some disagreement about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Watanyi girls of the local wigwam of Hiawatha will present a spectacle. My wife will present a spectacle in which my wife, Eulalie McKechnie Shin, will take a leading part. Mrs. Shin will recover. No thanks to some young ruffian who's a disgrace to our city. 7 years ago. The Payne's fireworks display, the last days of Pompeii, will take place this evening, provided the rain stops by 9:30. It will be held over at Madison Picnic Park in the far meadow across the creek from the pest house.
How can it be raining? Didn't the Gazette predict fair?
Of course it did. That's why we prepared for a storm.
Now you know the Gazette's accurate most of the time, J.C.
No, it's not.
Just let me say that you wouldn't last very long in the banking business being accurate most of the time.
Now, just a minute here. Let's have some order here. I say, order!
Yep, the brake's running late again tonight.
I got her early.
She's late, all right.
Now, what's the matter with your watch?
There's nothing the matter with mine.
All right, quiet a minute. Will you members of the school board stop bickering in public?
All the world I was trying to say was...
Never mind. Four score and
We
seven.
heard there's a pool table in town. Attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with a wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me, if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and I'm here to organize a River City Boys Band. Hoping, my friends, how can any pool table ever hope to compete with a gold trombone? Brada, brada, ba, brada. Remember, friends, what a handful of trumpet players did to the famous fabled walls of Jericho. Oh, big pop walls come tumbling down. Oh, a band will do it, my friends. Oh, yes, I say a boys band. Do you hear me? I said River City's got to have a boys band, and I mean she needs it today. With Professor Harold Hill on hand, River City's gonna have a boys band. It sure as the Lord made little green apples, and that band's gonna be in uniform. Johnny, Willie, Teddy, Fred. You'll see the glimmer of crashing cymbals. Hear the thunder of rolling drums. See the glimmer of trumpets. Ta-ta! And you'll get a chance to feel the electric thrill that I once enjoyed. When Gilmore, the great Creator, Pat Conway, W.C. Handy, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on the very same historic day. 76 trombones caught the sun, 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the fine virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper-bottomed timpanis and horse platoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double-bell euphoniums and big bassoons. Each bassoon having his big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery, thundering, thundering, louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who'd improvise a full octave higher than the score. 76 trombones that can counterpoint, 110 cornets blaze away. The rhythm of pipe, 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 all the kids began to march, and the marching still right today.
get so excited since the night Frank Tosh and Strangler Lewis lay on the mat for 3.5 hours without moving a muscle. Never mind. I want that man's credentials. That man hoodlum, he almost blew up in some shit.
Thank you, Professor. Trying to make an example out of the ring leader, you know. What he does, the gang does.
Let me go.
Wild kid you? After my oldest daughter, he is. Why? His father's one of them day workers south of town. You're wild, kid you? Why? You were taking down Main Street after my girl last Sunday.
That wasn't an Italian.
Oh, don't you contradict me?
We was just walking together, cheap and Clyde.
You watch your phraseology, young man. I knows what you was doing. My young girl Gracie seen you. Why? Let me tell you something. You stay away from my oldest girl or you'll hear from me tell who laid the rails. And you, Gil, I'll see you first thing Monday morning about this band thing over to City Hall, 10 o'clock sharp. I want that man's credentials!
Oh, Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid. He's tough. These guys whole gang waiting outside.
Oh, I'll be careful. Tommy would like to talk to you about the band.
Gee, Professor, that's for the little kids.
I'm not talking about you being in the band. You're mechanically minded, aren't you? Did you ever do anything with perpetual motion?
Almost happened a couple of times.
You did. You're my man. Do you realize no one's ever invented a music holder for a marching piccolo player? No place to hang the music.
Well, gee, Clyde. I wonder where I can get some wire.
Look in your basement. That's where people keep wire. Tommy.
Oh, yes, sir?
Now, Constable, I'll show you how to break up the gang. Oh, you're ready? Oh, miss. What's your name?
Sunita, I didn't have any idea you was beckoning me. You got.
Tommy? Do you know Tommy Jules?
Well, I
Tommy, I'd like you to escort the young lady home.
only expected I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. You got.
Tommy, escort the young lady home by way of the library. Ah. By way of the candy kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
Oh, you have to. Yes, sir.
You got.
Professor, you're a pretty bright fella, but you made a couple mistakes, though.
Oh?
The mayor owns a billiard parlor and that fancy pool table.
What was my other mistake?
That girl, Zanita, she's the mayor's oldest girl.
Just a minute, Professor Hill. We want to see your credentials. We are the school board. Academic certificates.
Nothing of the kind.
We want letters and papers.
We can put up a bond.
What am I hearing? Say ice cream.
Ice cream, but I don't sing if that's what you
Okay, talk then. Down here.
Ice cream,
Talk slow.
ice cream.
See? Singing is only sustained talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you sing.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
Now, ladies, you'll never see one of these men without the other three.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. Why, they've hated each other for 15 years.
How can there be
Any sin sincere? Where is the good in goodbye? Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify me. this if I tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear? While one single star shines above, how can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love.
I don't suppose you live alone or anything.
No,
I have some wonderful caramels over here at the hotel if you'd like them.
Mr. Hill.
Oh, please, Professor.
Professor of what? At what college did they give a degree for annoying women on the street like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. Conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of lot 5.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? And another thing, Mr. Hill, I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some people in this town. And I think it only fair to warn you, I have a whole shelf full of reference books in there that may very well give me some interesting information about you.
Hey, Greg!
Marcellus! Don't call me Greg.
So how'd you make out with the piano teacher?
Scrumptious. Ate out of my hand the minute I took my hat.
She did? Boy, did you sure cut us off tonight. Why, for a minute, even I thought you knew something about leading a band. It reminded me that time you imitated that band concert fella in Joplin.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's kid stuff. I'm in rare form these days, pal. You just keep your eye on me the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks? But it used to only take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
It still does. But it takes 4 weeks for the uniforms.
Uniforms? Oh, please, Greg, tell me you didn't have uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction books.
Instruction books? You can't pass yourself off as a band leader. Not for any 4 weeks.
Now, Mars.
Greg, you don't know one note from the other.
I have a revolutionary new method called the Think System. You don't have to worry about the notes.
But Greg, in 4 weeks, the people are going to want to hear music. You'll need to lead a band.
Yeah, but when the uniforms arrive, they forget everything else. Just long enough for me to collect and leave. Oh, this is a refined operation, my friend. I've got it timed right down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on the last train out of town. Now, Mr. Washburn, if you'll excuse me.
Ah, gonna line yourself up some canoodling, huh?
Oh, I hope so.
Say, I can hook you up with Ethel's sister. Sweet girl, teach you Sunday school.
No wide-eyed, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of gal spins web, no spider. Now listen. A girl who trades all that purity merely wants to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will find refers to marching down on no golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine goddess. No, sir, for no Diana do I claim on. I can tell you that right now. I snort and I hiss. How can ignorance be compared to bliss? I spark and I fizz for the lady who knows what time it is. I cheer and I rage for the virtue I'm too late to save. A sadder but wise girl for me. No bright-eyed, blushing, breathless baby doll baby. No, sir, that kind of child ties knots no sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a more adult romance. No dewy youngness who keeps resisting all the time she keeps
I'm sure. And naturally, I'm reticent. Oh, yes, I'm reticent.
Of course, Mrs. Shin, I understand. But you see, part of my plan includes a committee on the dance, and I... No way. Do that again, Mrs. Shin.
Do what?
The way you raised your foot just now.
Oh, well, I have this bunion here that bothers me.
Oh, what grace. What natural flow of rhythm.
Mr. Hill.
What expression of line and movement. Oh, you must accept the chairmanship of the ladies' auxiliary of the classic dance, mustn't you, ladies? Every move you make, Mrs. Shin, bespeaks docile. Say you will, Mrs. Shin. Say you will.
Oh, well, well, that is, dancing. Wow!
Ah, then you accept.
Oh, yes, indeed. And I would like to say that...
Mrs. Shin. Now, about the young lady who teaches piano. Mary Prue, I believe. Well, after all, she is the librarian.
I'll tell. She made brazen overtures to a man who didn't have a friend in this town until she came here. Old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison. Madison Gymnasium? Madison Picnic Park? Madison Hospital? That Miser Madison?
Exactly. Who do you think he was anyway?
Well, I should say, the show-off. Suppose he gave the town library, too.
That's just it. When he died, he gave the library building to the city, but he left all the books to her.
She was seen going and coming from his place.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That woman made. She made brazen overtures. Just melt her down and you'll reveal a love of that as cold as steel. Here, her name is Archie. He left the city, the library building, but he left all the books to her. Reveille!
Balzac.
Hold on just a minute. We need to see your credentials.
Yes, I have just what you need in the hotel. Follow me, gentlemen. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you to farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. We're going to leave you It's all right. I know pain, it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
You're probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
No apologies, no explanations. I'll only be in town a short while, and I sound a wiser girl for me.
Would you please make your selection and leave?
I have
Well, what would you like to take out?
the librarian.
Quiet, please.
Look, marbles. 16 Steelies, 8 Aggies, a dozen Kiwis, and 1 great big glass with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll try it.
No!
Madam Librarian, what can I do? My gift to catch your ear. I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Mary, heaven help us if the library caught on fire and the volunteer horse brigade had to whisper the news to Marian. Madam Librarian, what can I do? My duty to make it clear. I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Mary, if I stumble and I busted my whatchamacallit, I could lie on your floor unnoticed till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian, how in the moonlight a man could sing. In the moonlight, and a fellow would know that his daughter had heard every word of the song. Helping along. But when I try in here to tell you do, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, it's a long lost cause. I can never win, for the civilized world obsessed and unforgivable sin. Ain't talking out loud today. Librarian, such as Madam Librarian. But when I tried in here to tell you did, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, it's a long lost cause. I can never win for the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin. Any talking out loud with any librarian such as man. Ladies dance please every Tuesday. Rita. Marshmallow. Madam Librarian. Reading. Well, Tommy, it's been a pretty good day. 11 sales out of 12 tries. It's got to be getting close to noon. You should go home for some supper. I'm going to try a couple by myself. Goodbye, Professor. Thanks, Tommy.
Just a minute there, young man. Are you soliciting? You don't have a license.
Well, I know, Mayorship. I collect doorbells, and this particular specimen has a very unique tone and quality that...
Flattery will not avail you, Mr. Hill. Soliciting is statutory in this county. Malfeasance without a permit. Now, why haven't you been down to see me at City Hall with your references?
Must have just missed you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, your hand. That's amazing.
What?
Your little finger. That's hereditary.
It is? What does that mean?
That means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate a spit valve on a B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Good. That means at last America has produced an artist that can flugel a minute waltz in 50 seconds.
Well, how do I get one of these horns?
Oh, sign here. That'll be $70 import fee.
Wow. Just think, I almost missed out on the opportunity. Just a cotton-picking minute. I don't have any son. You unscrupulous flugelhorn. You unflaculous. I'll want to see you down to City Hall at 3 o'clock with your references.
You mean this afternoon?
I couldn't make myself any plainer if I was a Quaker on his day off.
Why, Mrs. Peru, do you realize you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand your entirely, Professor.
I mean that if your son has that same firm chin and those same splendid cheek muscles, well, not that it can be really great or anything.
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, all the really great cornet players were Irish. Vocard, O'Mendez, O'Clyde.
Professor, we are Irish.
No, then that counts isn't. Your boy was born to play the cornet, sign here. That'll be $7 earnest money. Nothing more due until the first installment payable at the first band practice. Fine. And of course I'll need his measurements for his uniform.
His uniform.
Well, hello there, son. Of course, his uniform. Not a penny due until the uniform's arrived. That'll give you 4 weeks to enjoy, to imagine, to anticipate, at no cost whatsoever. Never let the demands of tomorrow interfere with the pleasures and excitement of today.
Would it have
A stripe? Yeah, a nice little stripe across the front. What do you think of that?
little professor. He barely says 3 words a day, even to us. But if you can get him to play in the band, you'll have St. Michael's own way, would you? But if anyone can do it, I bet you can. Out of a crowd, I'd pick you for a hot harem, clay pipe smoking, shamrock wearing, Mabanese pigeon, Tarathal minstrel singing Irishman. Big up and pajamas, where are you from, if I?
Gary, Indiana.
I knew it! Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
Why, yes. Gold medal class of Lot 5. How do you do, Miss Peru?
How do you do, Mr. Hill?
Of course, Peru. I thought that name sounded familiar. I've been by to see you.
He wants to put Windsor in the band.
We're not interested, Mama.
But Marion, the boy might have his father's musical gift. He does have my joy, you know.
Your husband was musical. I'd like to
Do you
talk to him.
always barge in on people's homes like this, prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
Marion!
Well, that's 1 for and 1 against. I think we should let the boy's father decide.
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, I am sorry. But that's all the more reason for your brother to have something like this.
My brother is a 10-year-old problem child who doesn't understand why his father's been taken away from him. Would you care to explain it to him? He's been brooding about it for 2 years. And as for your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with a nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks? Why, Miss Peru, You know, I think she kind of likes the idea. Oh, a bit cautious, perhaps. But I like that one. Now, you just keep me alive, and I'll be back later in the week.
Just one more, Professor. About his uniform. I made all of his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, crotch 14.
Fine. All right, I've got to get back to the hotel.
Just a moment. About Marion, well, I have to excuse her. She's a bit...
Oh, don't worry about a thing. I'm sure deep down at heart, she's as wonderful as yourself. Good evening, Miss Peru.
Has he gone?
He has, and I hope not forever. Darling, did you ever think of your future? Gary and Gianna, class of all 5. Now, darling.
Now, Mom. Since when does a girl's future depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing, traveling man who comes to town? And the fact that his commodity is music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling, all right. But if it's a well-known fact that if you keep a flint in one jar and a steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama! Winthrop, I know you're in there. Now, Winthrop, will you please go to the library and ask Miss Grubb to pick up to give you the book I set aside for me? It's the Indiana State Education Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a big brown volume with black corners. Well, I have to. You don't have to say a word. I've written it all down for you. Thank you, dear.
Now what are you up to? What do you need books for at this hour of the night?
I think the Indiana Journal is going to help me poke some very large holes in the professor's claims.
Well, I give up. At your age, what kind of a white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Well, it won't be Luther Greiner who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library.
He does.
And it won't be Ed Greiner with that buggy of his with a removable back seat. But I'm not waiting for a man in shiny white armor either.
Oh
Then meet me after supper.
I can't. It's up my sleepy night. Meet you where?
Footbridge.
You see, isn't that just what I said? Last time the lumberyard and now the footbridge. And where will you meet me after that? In the black hole, Calcutta? Ye gods!
I only wanted to show you my invention.
What invention?
My music cord for the marching piccolo player. It still has a couple of minor flaws. See, when you keep it tight enough to hold the music steady, you cut off circulation in your fingers. Meanwhile, you might go blind.
Tommy, it's Papa.
Is that what I said or not?
Yes, George.
Yes, that's what I said. Or I'll eat hay with the horse. Get that spellbinder's credentials. The morning of July 4th, 1912. And now look, my wife is off dancing at any and all hours of the day instead of staying at home.
Now, George.
Well, in school board's singing up street and down alley instead of tending to city matters. My oldest daughter's fooling around with some wild kid from the wrong side of town. And my business has fallen off so far, I can't even find the balance sheet.
Mayor Shin.
Yes?
I have some interesting information in this book about the professor's alma mater.
Is who?
His university.
Oh, I know all about that. In fact, that's the only thing I can get out of him. Gary Conservatory, class of '05.
Yes, well, if you just take a minute to read a little bit about the conservatory, I don't think you'll have to look any further. It's on page...
Papa, the Wheels Fargo wagon is just coming up from the depot.
The Wells Fargo wagon?
Oh, you gotta be kidding. Not at this hour of the day. Nonsense. The Wells Fargo wagon.
It could be the band instruments.
Band.
Across the console. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. A pretty Christmas prize for COD.
It could be curtains or dishes.
Or it could be.
Yes, you're right. It surely could be.
Something special.
Something very, very special now.
For me.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Don't let it pass my door. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish everyone knew it was coming for.
I got some salmon from Seattle last September.
And not expecting you not to tell.
I hope I get my raisins from Fresno.
The DA sent a cannon for the courthouse square.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming now. I don't know how I could ever wait to see. It could be something for someone who is no relation, or it could be something special just for me.
There you are, Whitman.
My cornet! G6, Professor!
Gentlemen, you'll each receive individual instruction in due time. In the meantime, get acquainted with your instrument and think the diminuendo G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da. La-di-da.
Sister, isn't this the most scrumptious solid thing you ever saw? I never thought I'd see anything so scrumptious as this scrumptious solid thing. Oh, sister!
Well, that's round one for you, Professor Hill. But I better hear some violin tooting out of them horns in short order.
The ladies' dance meetings every Tuesday in high school. They'll be counting on you.
Lovely, ladies, lovely. Now turn. Take the body with you. Lovely. Now let's have a go at our Grecian herbs. One Grecian herb. Two Grecian herbs. And down the fountain. Just lovely. Splendid. I predict that our Delsart display will be the highlight of the ice cream sociable. Now, gentlemen, if you're ready. And remember, ladies, I don't want to have to tell you this again. Always keep your face to the audience. Are you ready, Mr. Dunlop?
It's you in the sunrise, it's you in my heart, it's you away into town. It's your sweet hello, dear, that sets me out. And it's your got to go, dear, that gets me down. It's you on my pillow in all of my dreams, till once more the morning breaks through. What words could be saner, or truer, or plainer than it's you, it's you.
Smile, ladies.
Oh, yes, it's you.
Get your hands off my wife! Mayor Shane, Your Honor, your daughter and I have been going to sit behind your back.
What?
We'd rather be doing it in front of your back.
Do what? Never mind.
Does Anita scare you? Can't you see that? But I'm not. I think you'd hate to have your own daughter scared of you.
Look, I want to warn you for the last time. If I ever catch you touching my daughter again, I'll let out horsewhip you till hell and out again.
Oh, now, George.
Not one poop out of you, woman.
I think he needs to pee.
Yes, I do. Now you get out of this public building.
I got as much right to public building as anybody.
Right. What kind of right do you get around here aiding and abetting the swindling activities of that spellbinding symbol salesman? You know what I see written all over you? Reform school. Now, get out, or I'll give you.
Papa, please! It's calculus like you make blood in the marketplace. Be gone!
You watch your phraseology, young woman. Now go home. Eulalie,
But, George, I only wanted to have
you tend to your dance.
dance.
I'll take care of Savita. Hanging around with wild kids from the wrong side of town.
Mr. Mayor, if I could just make you understand.
Well, you can't. And by the way, thanks a lot for nothing. I read that book you gave me from cover to cover all last week, and I couldn't find a thing.
Now, Mr. Mayor, if you please.
Listen, I'll settle your hash as soon
every kid in this town. You'll be standing in line to shake his hand by the time our band plays its first concert.
By the time your band plays its first concert, the members will have to foregather in wheelchairs because of the broken legs they'll get from tripping over their beards. Now, let me tell you something. My fine young feather, never mind. But you ought to be feathered, hardly feathered. Oliver! JC, Hubert, Olin, get out here. I want that man's credentials and I want them now. And whatever you do, don't you take your eyes off of him. Why, he's slicker than a Mississippi sturgeon.
You mean you want us to check his credentials?
Get his papers or get him in jail. I couldn't make myself any clearer if I was a button hook in the well water.
Professor Hill, I think Mayor Shin behaved abominably. And I think it was so wonderful of you to come to Tommy's defense.
Oh, that was not.
Oh, it was.
Oh, no. A man can't dodge issue every time a little personal risk is involved. What does the poet say? A coward dies 1,000 deaths, a brave man only 5 every day. Well, the mayor was already pretty upset on account of the failure part. But I suppose a recommendation from a musical authority such as yourself would help. Oh, but I couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, why, Professor Hill?
You would?
I'd be glad to. I just wish I were a little more informed. I've been meaning to talk to you about Winthrop's cornet.
Ah, yes. Hand-hammered brass and mother-of-pearl keys.
Yes, I'm sure it's fine. It's just that he never touches it. The first week or so, he made some experimental blats, you might say.
Yeah, blats.
And he sings the minuet in G da almost constantly.
La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
La-di-da, la-di-da. But you see, he never touches his cornet.
Well, you see, it's that...
He said that you told him it wasn't necessary.
Well, what...
He said that you told him that you developed a think system, and if he thinks the minuet in G, he won't actually have to bother with the notes. Now, Professor.
Now, Miss Mary, the think system is a revolutionary new method, I'll admit. But so was Galileo's conceptions of the heaven, and Columbus's conception of the egg. I mean, globe. And Bach's conception of the well-tempered clavichord. Now, I can't discuss these things here in public, but if you'd allow me to call, when may I call?
Why, any night this week.
Pickle talking, Miss Peru! You must join our Bell committee. It goes so lovely there. You look like a fairy princess with a wing on your floor, love only showing your hair and silver shoes for all to see. We know that you will soon unfold a forgiving heart of purest gold. Here, where a woman's heart should be. Fairy princess, the big floor, golden shimmer, silver shimmer. Now unfold, heart and gold. Here, where woman's heart should be. Professor told us to read those books, and we simply adore them all. Chaucer, Riley, Balzac.
Sorry, Professor, but we've got our orders. We've been deputized.
Yeah. I see. Now, you know, I've been trying to give you fellows my references and credentials for a week now. It seems like every time we get together, you boys get off the subject somehow. Now, I have just what you need up at my hotel room. If you give me just a minute.
Sorry, but we're going to have to go with you.
Yes. Well, let me see if I have my key. Let's It's this. A testimonial from Madame Reed, the only female bassoon player to ever play the Red Path Circle. Her stage name, of course. She was actually from Moline. Lida Rose Quackenbush.
Let me see that for a minute.
Oh, you'll never forget the name. Same as the old song. Lida Rose. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose, to get the sun back in the sky. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose, about 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bells chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, I'll pop the question. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Lida Rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Lida Rose, oh, won't you be mine? Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose.
And over it we tell you, but only when we dream again. Sweet and low, sweet and low, how sweet that memory, how long ago, forever, oh yes, forever. Will I ever tell you? Oh no.
Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose, oh.
Dream
To get the sun back in the sky. Lida Rose, oh, about 1,000 kisses shine. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the suggestion, I'll pop the question. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Lida Rose, everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here's my love song, not fancy or fine. Lida Rose, oh, won't you be? Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose.
Will you ever stop arguing with yourself? Will you ever tell him? Won't you ever tell him? Yes, I know. Fiddlesticks. Just open your mouth and let it come out.
No, Mama.
Now look. Next time he comes to call, you see him alone. And if you haven't the gumption to tell him how you feel,
Tell him.
well, there's nothing wrong with a lady like him.
Mama!
Winifred, where have you been?
Listen,
Fishing?
with Harold.
You mean Professor Hill?
And look, I still have some words left.
Did she have fun?
Scrubs do it. He told me all about his hometown, Gary, Indiana, and he said he'd take me there someday. And he taught me a song that hardly has any essence in it. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, that's the town that knew me when. If you'd like to have a logical explanation, Nathan, how I have to done this, don't you think of Nathan? I will say with that I won't hesitate, son. There is just one place that can light my face. Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, around. But Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. My home sweet home. I'll be back in a minute. I have to show Amarillo for my live frog. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da, la-di-da.
Oh, leave the dishes, Mama. I'll get to them.
Don't you have to change for the social room?
Oh, there will be time later.
Shins live around here somewhere?
Well, the Shin home is on West Elm. This is East Elm.
Oh, crikey. Yeah, I see you're the piano teacher in town. You must know about this fella Hill forming a boys band here.
Yes.
But don't let it worry you no more. I got the goods on him in spades. Swindling, two-bit, thimble rigger. That's why I gotta see Mayor Shin. But I'm just passing through. Number 8 only makes a 15-minute water stop, but whew, sure wish it were 20. I can concentrate 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name is Charlie Cowell, anvil salesman. Just now I'm out to protect the good name of the traveling fraternity from that swindler.
Oh, Mr. Cowell, you're making a big mistake.
Mistake my old lady's corset cover. That fella's been a raspberry seed in my wisdom tooth blowing up. He spoiled Illinois for me. He ain't gonna spoil Iowa. So what kind of music teacher are you anyway? You didn't see right through him? He's no more a professor.
Oh, I know all about that. Band directors are always called professor. It's a harmless deception. Besides, he's a fine director, and his scholastic...
Now wait a minute. Have you heard one note of music from any band?
No, but...
But nothing, girly girl. He's never formed a band in his life. And he never will.
Now, Professor, if you'll just listen to me for a minute.
Oh, I'd like to. I'd like to do more than that if I had time. Because I sure got the inclination. But I gotta get back on that train, and I gotta leave word about Bill. I'll see you along, girly girl. Bye-bye.
Oh, you'll never make it to the depot in time. You'll have to catch it at the crossing.
No, sir. I gotta leave this word, and I can see you ain't the one to leave it with.
Oh, Mr. Cowell, you don't know me yet.
Is that an invitation?
No. It's just that I don't know you.
Yeah, I would need more time anyway.
I mean, as well as I would like to.
No trouble there, girly girl.
I've never met an anvil salesman before. That's something quite interesting.
Well, it takes a real salesman, I can tell you that. Anvils have a limited appeal, you know. Ah! What am I doing? I gotta get back on that train or I'll lose my job. See you next time, girly girl.
Oh! Leave word with me.
Not on your tin type. How do I know you'd even deliver these letters?
Try me. There's your train. Run for it.
You double-dealing little... Who do you think you're protecting anyway? That fella's got a girl in every county in Illinois. And he's taking it from every one of them. That's 102 counties. Not including piano teachers like you he cozies up to keep your mouth shut. Neither one of you's heard the last of me, girly girl.
After this investment, I'll pop the question. Light a rose, I'm home again, rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Good evening, Miss Marian. Light a rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here's my love song.
up here and sit. I've got some jelly on the stove.
Oh, there's no jelly on the stove, Mama.
Well, I'll put some on.
Shall we sit, as your mother said?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
did I? I didn't mean anything.
Now, Miss Mary, I'm not suggesting your invitation in for anything other than academic enlightenment. The big system. I've been by your house a time or two to try to explain to you that there always seems to be people around. Mostly ladies, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and some of the other ladies.
Oh, that's good. I wouldn't want anybody beating my time. You wouldn't? No, ma'am. I can see it's evidently not a convenient evening. I'll see you later at the social.
Professor Hill, is it true that you've had 100? What I mean to say is,
Yes?
is it true that you've developed a think system?
Think system. Ah, yes, the think system. It's actually very simple. It's as simple as whistling. No one had to show you how to use your lips to whistle. You just think a tune up here and have it come out here. Now you try, without any questions.
I'll take your word.
Could we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
I dare say you could meet dozens, if not 100.
Well,
Are they all as fascinated with the think system?
Some more, some less. As a matter of fact, one young lady had already thought of the same system before I got to her town. Showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Please don't let me keep you, Professor Hill. I'm sure you have plenty of more important things to do than to explain the think system to me.
Can't think of one.
And I'm sure I'm very dull company for a man of your experience.
Now say, where'd you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Mary, you mustn't believe everything you hear. One even hears rumors about librarians.
I suppose you're referring to Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left me an assured job so that Mother and Winthrop and I could have some security. Now, surely you don't believe.
Of course not. But that's what I'm saying. Why do you suppose people start those rumors?
Narrow-mindedness? Jealousy? Jealousy mostly, I guess.
Exactly. And jealousy is what starts rumors about traveling salesmen. What have you heard?
Nothing about you personally, just generally.
What have you heard generally?
Just that, but of course it stands to reason that, I mean, take you for instance, your attentions to customers and, well, teachers might be misinterpreted, mightn't it? Well, honestly, mightn't it?
Why,
And so you say if there were a salesman or somebody who was jealous, they could be downright lies, couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things.
Of course.
It just goes to show you should never believe everything you hear. I mean, if you discuss things.
Miss Mary, I would be delighted to discuss anything in the world with you. Couldn't we do it sitting down? You do sit. Your knees bending over.
We could sit on the porch step.
Could also sit on a large hollow log over the footbridge.
Oh, I couldn't. I've never been to the footbridge with a man in my life.
Just to talk.
I have to change for the sociable.
Then meet me there in 15 minutes.
I can't. Maybe another time. Ask me tomorrow.
My dear little librarian, you pile up enough tomorrows, you'll find you've collected nothing but a lot of empty yesterdays. And I don't know about you, want to make today with remembered.
Oh, so would I.
Footbridge, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mama! What? I just told the professor that I'd meet him at the footbridge in 15 minutes.
Oh, glory be, and the saints be praised, it works!
What works?
I've been using the think system on you from the parlor.
How do you fellows fare, Shin?
All right, kids, you need to get out of here. Mrs. Shin wants to start the entertainment.
No. You are dance. Wait till you see some movies with Professor Hilltops.
Mr. Washburn, my ladies are ready to perform.
No, get out of here. Start her up, Mr. Washburn.
All right, kids, what will it be?
The Shaboobie.
Got one milk and some birthday is usually a hustle. Got one milk and some $59, anything but hustle. But a woman over the third time around, pay the crowd, get up and down. Choose the one whose body's
Go get the ring.
I got it!
What time's the freight train go?
9:40 from the junction.
It's just now 8:30.
Look, if you want to turn the world around here and get your head caught in a rat trap, that's fine. You go ahead, but me...
Now look, Morris. I'll meet you at the hotel in plenty of time. Miss Barry, you're late.
You said 15 minutes.
Oh, I'm not talking about that kind of late. I'd say you're about 26 years late. Took you all this time to get to the footbridge with the bell.
Well, if you want to know the truth, it was almost longer.
Oh?
About halfway here, I nearly turned around. I suppose I'm not the first to find it easier to think clearly when not under the spell of your salesmanship.
Now, Miss Marion, you don't think I'm trying to sell you anything?
No, you've given me something.
I don't recall giving you anything.
You have something beautiful. That's why I came, and I'm glad. Oh, please don't be afraid that I expect too much more. One can't expect a traveling salesman to stay put. I know there have been many ports of call, and there will be many more. But that doesn't mean I can't be grateful for what you left behind for me.
Marion? Mary, there are a few things you don't know about me. Excuse me. I'm expecting a cable from Hector Berlioz. This could be it.
What now?
Who was the salesman here? It looks like she's selling and you're buying.
Are you kidding me? I didn't know I was going to get to leave tonight. Besides, I had to keep her off balance, didn't I?
Off balance? She's so off balance, you can't really hear between her and a cat-boat hurricane.
Now listen, Mr. Brown. I didn't come up to these ranks for no reason at all. I'm going to get my commission.
But Greg, you can't get anywhere here from the footbridge.
There's a place over at Madison Park makes this footbridge look like an old lady's home. Now, Beat, go get the lake. Never a moment's peace in the music business. Now, where were we?
You were just about to tell me what I don't know about you.
We don't have to go to that now, do we?
No, we don't, Harold. Or ever, for that matter. The librarian hasn't felt much like doing Gary Conservatory of Music, gold medal class of '05. There was no conservatory in '05, Harold.
Now, there certainly was.
Because the town hadn't even been built until '06.
You knew all this time?
I've known since July 7th, 3 days after you came. I tore this page out of the Indiana State Journal. It was originally intended to use against you, but now I give it to you with all my heart.
But if you knew, why did
I'll see you at the sociable.
you little? Well, 110 cornets played the air, and I modestly took my place as the one and only bass as I moved up and down the square.
Good night, my someone. Good night, my love.
Well, 110 cornets close behind.
Our story shining is bright as light.
There were homes of every shape. Sweet dreams be yours, dear. Dreams very.
Well, 110 cornets played the air.
I wish I may, and I wish I might. Now good night, my someone. Good night.
This guy's nuts! He's going all over town spilling the beans!
I'll say I'm crazy. Missed my train, probably lost my job, but I got you now, Hill, and you're gonna pay. You be in the clique right now, I haven't been to that piano teacher. I tell her all about you. What'd she do? Lily gagged me around till I couldn't get to Mary Shen. She's nothing but a dried up man, hungry, doxy, rowdy old biscuit.
You better get out of here. I'll beat you 6 ways from Sunday.
Big glow off. I'll see you in this town, I'll see you get yours till it's up, down, sideways, and through. Why, you never even knew the territory.
Here's your stuff, Fred. Let's go!
Come on, ladies, now we can dance.
One prisoner. Two prisoners. And a fountain.
Stop! Hold everything! I want all of you to listen to this man.
You gullible green grass goats. Can't you get it through your heads? You're getting swindled on your eye teeth right now. This minute. There's a burglar in the bedroom while you're all fiddling in the parlor. I'm talking about Harold Hill. Road agent. Highwayman. Pickpocket. Same thing. He's had his hand in your wallet, mister. And yours, madam. And yours, little lady. Since the first moment he stepped foot in this town. There is more documented evidence than you'll ever have time to read. There is no band. There never was a band. And there never will be a band. If you don't hunt this man down like a mad dog right now, there'll be no Harold Hill. He'll be on the next train out of town.
Now you don't believe me?
Well, what are we waiting for?
I want my money back!
I want his hide.
Well, then after him. And when you find him, bring him back to the high school gymnasium. Now go, after him.
I've been looking all over for you.
I'm looking for Winthrop. He's run away. Oh, Harold, go, please. They're talking about tar and feathers.
I had to see you, Mary.
You don't owe me a word. Don't you know that? Not a word.
He's not over here, folks! Let's try down by the creek!
Hold it there, son.
I'm not your son. Leave go me.
Not till I talk to you for a minute.
I won't listen. You wouldn't tell the truth anyway.
I would too.
Would not.
Would too. Tell you anything you want to know.
Can you lead a band?
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you a dirty, rotten crook?
Yes.
Leave go me, you big liar.
Now, you wanted the truth, and you're going to stand there and get it all. Besides, I'm bigger than you, so you might as well stop waiting. Now, there's two things you're entitled to know. Number one, I think you're a great kid. I thought so from the start. That's why I wanted you in the band. So you stop moping around feeling sorry for yourself.
What band?
I always think there's a band, kid.
What's the other thing I'm entitled to know?
Well, come to think of it, the other thing's none of your business.
I wish you'd never come to River City.
Oh, Winthrop. No, you don't.
Sister, you believe him?
I believe every word he's ever said.
But he promised us.
I know what he promised, and it happened just like he said. The lights, the colors, the flags, the symbols. Where was all that? In the way every kid walked around here all summer long, and looked and acted, especially you. And the parents too. Does Mama wish that he'd never come to River City?
Well, you do, don't you?
No, I don't. Now go, Harold, please.
Go on, Professor.
I can't go with her.
Why
For
not?
the first time in my life, I got my foot caught in the door. There was love all around, but I never heard it sing. No, I never heard it at all. Until there was you.
Which is why I interrupted the program at this point. And rest assured, this snake in our bosom would have been misapprehended by this time. And I can only remind you, my fellow river citizens, that as mayor I have done everything possible to stop this dire happening from happening. Fourscore and what are you going to do to get our money back?
That professor collected $300 for band uniforms just tonight, and I was one.
Yes, no kid, a single uniform.
Well, he's slippery. I told you so.
I didn't see those uniforms or my sons. It's just after supper.
He's a kidnapper.
A fight situation.
Fourscore and 7 years ago. Oh. Look. Virtue has triumphed. The sword of retribution has cut down Professor Harold Hill. And if there are those among you, as I have heard, who are melting tar and collecting feathers, I would not say them nay.
Well, I should hope there ought to be some of you who could forget our everlasting Iowa stubborn chip on the shoulder arrogance long enough to remember River City before Harold Hill got here. Well, do you? Do you remember? I should think there ought to be some of you who would be grateful for what he's brought to River City. And if so, I should think you'd like to admit it.
You're just wasting time, lady. in this hall who feels that this man Hill should not be tarred and feathered, let him stand up now. You lady, sit down. And the rest of you, standing around like a coat of Shropshire sheep, have you forgotten? Have you forgotten that you bought expensive uniforms, technical instruction booklets, and high-priced band